Hey, today I want to talk about the newly released Freewell V2. This is not necessarily the version 2 of the original or the previously released K2, which I reviewed. You can go check it up here. But it does look very similar. If you look at them side by side, you can't help but to compare them because they look very, very similar. Now, the new version, the V2, is much, much smaller, lighter, thinner. Even the material they use, this looks like leather, which is very premium looking. It is not actually leather, but it looks like it. And this one is a bit more of like a rubberish type of material that seems like it's gonna last better and longer. Let's dive into the usage and how it works. So inside you have the actual filter. Now what this has in particular is the fact that A, it's magnetic, like all the Freewell products for ND filters, and B, it now has a CPL as a base. So you can correct the reflections and you can change the ND as well as adding some filters on top. So you can do all these things, stack them up into this little tiny filter. First thing they improved here is the ring. There is a ring to remove the cap, which makes it easier to pull it on and off. That's something I complained about on the K2 version because it was really hard to, fiddle around with it. And I was scared to drop it because it's much, much bigger. Once you take this off, you put this on your camera. So you put it with the base. They give you a standard base, you choose the size, and then you can buy other bases. I think they're $20 each, and that will allow you to use this on different filter threads. It is future-proof. This is the regular system that Freewell uses for their filters. So once you have that on, you can then put the base, this little CPL and ND on your lens magnetically, and now you can change the polarizing filter. For that, you unscrew the little screws, which, by the way, if you're an early bird, you might have them inside this box. It's hard to find, but they're inside in a little plastic bag. And after, in the second batch of production, they put them on. So depending on when you purchase these, you might see these screws inside the box or right away on your filter. So you unscrew them fully, and now you can change the amount of reflections cutting depending on which angle you're shooting in. And that is great because having a CPL allows you to increase the foliage, texture, saturation, the overall looks of the image looks more punchy, and it also allows you to see through water or see through a glass, a window, things like that. That now allows you to adjust the ND because there is a 3 to 7 stop ND filter on top here. And I think 3 to 7 is actually great because less than 3 is to me not enough. I almost never use 1 or 2, and having more than 7 is usually a lot. It really is in a harsh daylight or when you really want to open at, f1.4, f1.2, f1. But that's not something we do a lot usually. At least personally, I don't do that. So it is good to have 3 to 7 stops, and I found myself using it every single time that I've used this filter. It was just enough for what I needed. In case, you can always close down your aperture or open it a little bit and adjust based on the situation. So that's how it works for the CPL and the VND. Now, another thing you can do, there are these extra filters. So here I have the diffusion glow mist 1/4 and the neutral streak, which gives you that anamorphic look on lights that come inside your lens. I have them right here. So again, they have this little pouch that is very, very neat, very cute. And the filters are magnetic, so you can pull them off like so, and you can put them on your actual filter like this. That's it. It's on. In this case, the glow mist, what it does is that it breaks the digital effect look, the sharpness of our sensors nowadays. They are very, very sharp, 4K and all that. And this breaks a little bit that look. It also makes the skin tones a little softer and makes the image overall a little bit softer. So that is actually a great filter that I recommend using, especially when you're shooting outdoors during the day. So it gives a little bit of a bit more cinematic look to your image. And the other one that we have here is, like I said, the neutral streak. On the K2, I had the blue streak that really looked anamorphic. This one is neutral. So you put it on, it has little lines. And what it does is when you have a light that shines through your lens, it will make those streaks on the sides of it and will make it more sci-fi. It gives you a different look, a bit more cinematic look. And for some case scenarios, that can be very cool and useful. There is an additional thing, and that is this cap. You can see A and B. What this does is that you can put this cap for example, on your filter when you're not using it, so you protect one side. Or if you have the adapter on your lens, you can put this by itself on the adapter that I have right here, and then it will just go on your lens and protect it from having dust coming in. Because once you have the adapter on the front element of your lens, you can't use your regular cap. So dust will be attracted and will get in. So that way it doesn't. I hope I answered every and any question you might have had. I personally think that it is a good kit this time because this was too bulky and too big. Like I said in my review, again, this isn't. This is a filter kit that I would take with me. It is tiny enough, so when you have it in your backpack, in your bag, or whatever you're taking with you, it's not going to take too much space, and it's going to be easily usable in case scenarios where you need to either have CPL and or ND or having another filter on top. And you can remove it easily magnetically and use it without at any time, which saves you a ton of time. I see you in my next video. If you like my content, don't forget to subscribe. That helps me grow the channel, and it also helps you not miss any of the future videos that I make. Take care. Cheers.